Today, the number of appearances a player has for their international country will decide how far away I need to score from into that goal. If I score, then I get to use the player, but if I miss, then I have to use a bronze. The players I will be playing for will also be chosen by these Euro packs. Whichever player from the packs that the wheel lands on is the distance and player that I will be playing for. So, without further ado, let's get our first set of players. Here we go. Our first player is Mojmir Cheetal. We have got the main man, Ebereche Eze. We have got a Switzerland player. We have got Olsen from Denmark, Wout Faes from Belgium, and Daniel Marlen from Netherlands. So the first player and distance we are playing for is, come on, any Switzerland player. And the player I'm going to choose, let's start safe and get a goalkeeper. Let's go with Jan Sommer. And because Sommer has 89 caps for Switzerland, I need to score from 89 yards to get him.
89 yards, 3 attempts for Jan Sommer. Attempt number 1. It's not bad. Is it going to make it? It's just wide. Attempt number 2. That's terrible. Attempt number 3 for Sommer. There you go, that might be it. That might be it. Is it going to trickle in? Please! Please! Yes! Come on!
So for 45k, team of the season, Jan Sommer is the first player that's going to go into our team. And that is a good start because we have a goalkeeper. Before we go any further and get our second player, there's one thing I haven't yet told you. And that's at the end of this video, I will take the full team into a game. And if I lose, then I'll be putting out a tweet asking for a forfeit. And I will do the one that's most liked. So in order to avoid putting myself in your hands, let's make sure we get a good team. And for that, let's move on and get our second player. Here we go then. We have a shiny Croatia player. We have Kovacic as our first card. Then we have Balde. Okay, these are nice. Hungary, whoever Bola is. Cancelo. Aldakil. Not sure who that is. And finally, Lucas Hernandez. I don't get to choose. The wheel is going to decide. Here we go then. Which player am I using? We are going to be playing for Alejandro Balde, who only has 7 appearances so far for Spain, which means I need to score from 7 yards out.
But before we go from 7 yards, there's one thing I haven't yet told you. At every distance under 30 yards, to make it harder, I have an extra challenge to complete. So in order to get Balde from 7 yards, let's find out what we're doing. My challenge is to score from a dizzy penalty. 10 spins. 10 spins in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10. Flipping it, come on. We've done it. Well, that does mean that we get to use Balde.
But for 190k, Future Stars Balde is going to go into the team and most probably play at left back. So with Balde completed, let's get our third player then. I really want to get a massive player here. Okay, that looks cool. Johan Bakayoko. Then we have Miroslav Orsic, Billy Gilmore. We have 2 Greek players in George Baldock and Buchalakis. We have Dusan Vlahovic. And finally, Jonas Wind. But which one is the wheel going to give us? Come on then. Big spin. We have got Jonas Wind, who to be honest doesn't have a great card, but he does have 27 caps for Denmark, which means I need to score from 27 yards.
27 yards for Jonas Wind, and again, because it's under 30, we do another challenge. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Your challenge is to do it, but not with a normal football, with an American football. Let's go. That kicks so weirdly. Attempt number 2, come on, we have to do better than that. Simple, 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 simple. There we go, that's got to be in. Which means Jonas Wind goes in the team.
And with 60 pace, he might not be the greatest card in the world, but at least it's better than having a bronze card. So yeah, Jonas Wind is going to go in and be our striker. Now let's move on to our next player, and hopefully it's someone better than Wind. The pack is going to give us, hopefully, someone massive. Here we go. We start with the Austria badge. Ferran Torres. We have Timo Werner. Mason Mount, who isn't actually at the Euros. We have Lucas Harastlin. And then finally, we have Matty Cash and Mateusz Witecka. There's a couple in there that I would quite like. But let's find out which one the wheel is going to give us. We are spinning. Ferran Torres, who for Spain has 41 caps, which means I need to score from 41 yards.
41 yards, which is just about the halfway line on this pitch. Attempt number 1. Oh my days. I might have overhit that a little bit.
Really?
Attempt number 2. Simple. Is that in? Woo! Which means Ferran Torres goes in the team.
And now we've got a nice little Barca link up the left-hand side, but it's time to get some more players because this team is still pretty empty. Not a terrible start so far, but it's time to get our 5th player. Give me like an Mbappe. Well, we are starting with a green special, whatever that means. Oh, we have got a little cold Palmer. We have Rasmus Schuler and Karenin. We have got a Ricardo Rodriguez, Ferdi Cagialu. We have 2 Iceland players who I'm not even going to try and pronounce. And then we have a Denzel Dumfries. Right, we are starting between Dumfries and Cole Palmer. Hopefully the wheel gives us one of them. Here we go. Come on then. It is touching Dumfries, which means we're going to be playing for Denzel Dumfries. However, he has 53 caps for Netherlands. Can I score from 53 yards?
53 yards. Attempt number 1. Easy does it. Oh, that's not easy. Attempt number 2. Oh my days, it's gone the other way. Final attempt for Dumfries. If we don't get this, then we don't get him and we have to use a bronze. That might. It's bounced over! There's no way. And that means instead of using Dumfries, we have to use a bronze.
I mean, the only positive maybe is that this bronze has 89 pace. And now we are over halfway. It's time for the 6th player. Here we go. We've got a nice little shiny on top, and it looks like a big one. Our first one is Luka Modric, Jeremy Pino. We have any Scottish player. 2 Georgians. We have a Stuttgart Stadium, which means any Stuttgart player. And then we have Ousmane Dembele. Right, come on then. Let's load up the spin this time. Here we go. Come on. We're spinning. Let's go. We are going to be playing for Luka Modric. However, Luka Modric has 175 caps. So, in order to get Luka Modric, I'm going to have to score from 75 yards and then from 100 yards. And if I only score from one of them, I only get to use his gold card. But if I score from both of them, I get to use any of his cards.
75 yards. Let's play it safe. Along the floor, safe. Come on. Is that even going to make it? Oh, this playing safe stuff isn't going very well. Enough of the safe stuff. Come on. Is that going? Is that going to sneak in? Please. Oh! Attempt number 3. Let's play it safe. Let's play it safe. Come on, that's got to make it. Keep rolling. Keep rolling, ball. Keep rolling. Please. Yes, come on.
So with gold Modric now locked in, could I score from 100 yards and upgrade him?
It might. It's going dead straight. The question is whether it makes it. Let's go to VAR.
So VAR rules us out of a special Modric, and instead we just have to use the gold card. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit annoying really. And now it's time to get our 7th player. Right, here we go. We start with a Turkey badge. We have Giorgio Scalvini from Italy. We have a Czech Republic player. We have 2 Ukrainians. And then we have Milik or Lewandowski. Here we go then. Come on, give me Lewandowski. Here we go. We are spinning. And we are going to be playing for Lewandowski. Come on. And again, for Poland, he has over 100 caps. He has 150, which means I need to score from 50 yards and then 100 yards. Just like Modric, if I only do one of them, I only get to use the gold card.
Score this and we get at minimum his gold. Come on. Nice and simple. Just a dink. Is that going to go in? That's got to be in, isn't it? Yes, come on. We've done it. We've got Lewandowski. Can we upgrade him to a special. We've got one chance and it's this. Don't know if it's gonna make it though. It's gonna be the question. Is it gonna keep rolling? Come on, man. Come on the ball. Oh, I don't think that's made it either. Fuck. It's just fallen short, which means again, we only get to use the gold.
And now what looked like a good team has turned out to be a team which, to be honest, is pretty average. But we still have 4 positions left, so can we make it any better? And our next pack, hopefully, is a big one. Here we go. Okay, that's big. We start with just an England badge. And then we have... What is that? It does say Croatia, so I'm assuming any Croatia player. We have Manuel Akanji, which would be nice. 2 Luxembourg players. Milenkovic from Serbia. And then finally, we have one which has French, Netherlands, and Austria on it. This one has potential to be good then. Here we go. The wheel is spinning. It has landed on the Croatia image. So the Croatian player that I'm going to go for is going to be Josko Gvardiol, who for Croatia has 30 caps, which means I need to score from 30 yards.
30 yards for Gvardiol, but because it's just below the 30, obviously, we need to do a challenge. Our challenge for Gvardiol is to do a weak foot one. 3 attempts with the weak foot. Left foot then for Gvardiol, come on. I'm going to go mad. For Gvardiol, we really need this in the team. Safe, safe, safe. I mean, it's not quite as safe as I thought it would be, but we have now got Gvardiol.
And it's not just any version of him, it is the Euros Path to Glory card, which looks absolutely unbelievable. But that makes a massive difference to the team. We have 3 packs to go, and it's time to get our 9th player. Here we go. We are starting with a special Billy Gilmore. We have Brian Cristante, Adam Lang, Christensen, Razvan Marin, and then finally, Tijani Reinders. I've definitely said that wrong. Right, come on then, let's find out which one the wheel is going to give us. A smaller spin this time. We have got Marin from Romania, who apparently has 55 caps, which means I need to score from 55 yards.
55 yards for Marin, who, although isn't a good card, any card is better than a bronze. Attempt number 1. Come on. Is that going to go? That's not going to bounce over again, is it? That was closer than it should have been, but Marin goes into the team.
And that hasn't really helped the team much. But with 2 positions left, let's hope we can get some big players. And now it's time for our second last player. The pack hopefully is going to give us someone big, because we haven't had anyone big for a little while. That's a fairly big one. We have a gold Romelu Lukaku. Underneath Lukaku, we have Rodri. And then below that is any player from Hungary. Then we have Ozan Kabak, any player from Leipzig. And finally, Kevin Danso. There might be some decent players, but I don't get to choose. Here we go. Which one are we using? Oh, okay, we got a stadium, and that is the Leipzig Stadium. So, any player from Leipzig. And for that, I'm going to go with the player who is there currently, but won't be there next season. It's Xavi Simons. The Dutch star boy has 14 caps for Netherlands, so I need to score from 14 yards out. 14
yards, we do it, we get Xavi Simons. However, because it's under 30, we go for another challenge. Your challenge is to score, but only in the bottom corners.
Which, as you can see, is these 2 areas here.
Attempt number 1 then. Come on. Little roll, little roll, little roll. Oh, it just missed. Let's try the other side. Attempt number 2. Oh my days, that is awful. Final one for Xavi Simons. Surely I can do it. I see that bottom right. Come on, roll in, roll in, roll in, roll in. And that means Xavi Simons goes in the team.
So now with just 1 player left to go, we need a centre-back, or someone else plays at centre-back. And now we are down to our final pack, the final player in the team as well. Can we get something good though? That's all right. It's a good start. We have any player from Germany. Oh, a legend. I didn't even know these had legends. Fernando Torres, Leroy Sané, Kerem Aktürkoğlu. I've definitely said that wrong though. We have Marin again. And then finally, we have Reinders again. For the final time in this team building, the wheel is now spinning. Here we go. And it has landed on Fernando Torres. And during his career, Fernando Torres had 110 caps. So if I score from 10 yards, I get the normal Torres. And if I score from then 100 yards after, I get any version of Torres that I like.
Fernando Torres from 10 yards just here. And because it's under 30, we need to go for a final challenge. What do we have? Your final challenge is to complete it all with a mini ball. 10 yards and 100 yards with this. Right, 10 yards, let's get this done and dusted. Come on. Now let's move back to the 100. 100 yards for Fernando Torres. Ow, that ball is so hard. Ow, ow, ow.
And although it hurt my foot, the ball didn't make it, which means we just used the base Torres. So I am going to play Fernando Torres as our striker and Wind as our centre-back.
Now that we know the full team and it looks like this, let's go into a game.
And remember that if I lose, then Twitter will be deciding my forfeit. And we got off to the perfect start. Fernando Torres, let's go, come on, 1-0. Moments later, we were also given a penalty. Right, I've done it, I've dinked it, but no. Oh, come on. And at 2-0, we went to kick off, and this happened. And he's quit. I will definitely take that. Which means, sadly for you guys who maybe wanted me to do some more stupid forfeits, I've avoided it this time. And if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and you see this video here, give it a watch. I reckon you'll definitely like it.